Hey everybody, happy Friday. I hope your week was good and you're gonna have wishing you a really fun weekend out there and stuff. And as you can see, the blue is all here. And a lot of people saw the blonde photo and thought I was going blonde. And a few people even said, stay blonde, but that was step one for this. My lovely friend Brandy did this for me, and I'm so appreciative. I was going to, the quick story behind this was I had gotten my tips dyed blue, not this blue initially, back in, I guess, early March, before salons and stuff got shut down with the coronavirus and the pandemic and stuff. And I thought, and then at some point I just thought, well, I want to go full on color. I was gonna have Brandy. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Hi, Zinser, Cuz, what's up? Ethan, how's everyone doing? Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I went to see my friend Brandy a few days ago with a few other friends, and I was initially gonna just have her redo my tips, and then I thought, fuck, let me just go all in while I'm here. And she had the time and she wanted to do it, and she's done hair before. She shaved my head like a week or so ago, so I trust her with my hair more than the place that I used to go to, which I'm not gonna mention because I don't want to endorse them and don't want to start anything, but it's a local barber shop or hair shop that I'd gone to plenty of times, and every time they shaved my head, at least did the undershave, they would take a good portion of my hair. I'd pull a good portion of my hair out of my head because they kept shaving further up and up past the line, like I was gonna be getting a fucking mohawk or something. So Brandy knew how to do it, so she's my hair girl from now on. She knows, how to do it. I'm glad you're doing good, Michael. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. It's Friday. I've just been chilling out all day. It's a little humid here, but I might go for a night walk. I haven't gone bicycling much this week, but I want to keep myself as active as I can, and some weeks seem to be more active than others. So, maybe tonight I'll do a night walk. Maybe I'll walk down towards the city, towards downtown and such. So, but yeah, I put up a video yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And I took it down because there were some comments in there that really annoyed me, or somebody in that comment section that annoyed me. So I took it down, instead of just maybe deleting those comments. But I don't know how many people saw that post anyway. So I'm just gonna say it again. Yesterday, I was planning to have up this week's podcast, and I was gonna do it about Rage Against the Machine when I saw them in Lollapalooza back in '93 in Philly. And I thought the anniversary was June 18th, but it's actually July 18th. So I'm still gonna do that episode, and just gonna have to wait 1 month for it. But in the meantime, there's a lot of things that I'm gonna talk about on my podcast in the next coming weeks. There's a lot of subjects. There's subjects I have on the back burner. Thanks, Danger, you're awesome. Yeah, someone else brought up the Blue Meanie reference to the Filipino Blue Meanie. So awesome. The Manila Blue World Order. So thanks for checking in, brother. It's great to hear from you. And yeah, I was gonna do this podcast about Rage Against the Machine and her infamous appearance in Philly in '93. But since I did a double check, luckily I did a double check before I was going to record the episode, because I still would have kept the episode, but I would have kept saying June 18th, and it was, that anniversary when it isn't. So, again, that'll be next month, and I have plenty of other topics to talk about in the meantime. There's a lot of current stuff. There's a lot of crazy stuff. There's a lot of things always going on in the real world, and then there's other subjects I have on the back burner, as I said. So there's going to be plenty to talk about between now and July 18th, when I'm gonna really put out that episode of the Artcast. And I want to thank everybody listening to it, and I appreciate you checking it out, and I appreciate the feedback. You know, I've had some people that have said that they haven't heard all the episodes yet, and that's fine. I mean, there are 12 episodes technically. They're numbered as 11, and if you go through the list of episodes, you'll see why it's there's, you know, they're labeled as 11 episodes, but there's technically 12. So, but yeah, check that out. The current episode, it's about NASCAR and their move to ban Confederate flags from their sanctioning events at racetracks. And also that episode, it fell on the 50th anniversary of when Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Doc Ellis pitched a no-hitter against the San Diego Padres while on acid, at least on the tail end of a long acid trip, but he was pretty spaced and still hit a no-hitter, which is one of the greatest baseball and sports stories I've ever heard in my life. So check that episode out if you haven't. I'll put the link down here in the comments. And before I go, you know, I appreciate all the all the compliments and likes for this hair. I'm really happy with it. You know, I might have been a shocker to some people. I'm sure most people actually, but I've got a lot of positive comments. I had a comment from I had a comment or so from somebody who like really annoyed me. You know, I wonder, like, you know the hang up on masculinity seems to be a thing with some people, or at least with this one particular person. And maybe it is with, like, you know, I know in this country, I know in America, you know, of course, like, you know, the homophobia is still rampant, and, you know, our acceptance and awareness of the LGBTQ community is more, you know, positive than ever, and, you know, more accepting than ever, you know, and there's still people with hang-ups and shit, and, you know, and I feel like that's the way, you know, it's like that way everywhere. It's here in America, and I feel like, especially like in other countries, like maybe some third world countries or whatever, you know, even if they're trying to push the positive agenda, I feel like there's still, you know, some kind of negative hang up, like, you know, with masculinity and stuff. And this person, like, was, you know, she made this comment, like, you know, I miss my brave art, you know, like she preferred the old me or whatever, quote unquote, the old me, you know, like the me with the dark hair. Like, I guess, you know, what, to her, I was not masculine anymore because I colored my hair or whatever. Or, I mean, you know, I just thought it was a dumb comment, and it really just irked me and annoyed me to the point where, like, I just realized that, you know, any association with this particular person was not fulfilling to me anymore, you know, and, you know, like shit like that and comments like that. And it's just like, I don't have time for that kind of shit. Like, you know, I mean, and you know, you can act, you know, all innocent, whatever, with that saying that kind of comment. But to me, it sounds like, you know, if you have that kind of hang up, then, you know, I don't have any time for you. And I was already not really into that friendship, whatever, anyway. So, you know, I blocked that person, and, you know, it's like a big weight off my shoulders, because it's something I've been thinking about to do for a while, because I just have not really enjoyed any kind of association or friendship with this particular person. And, you know, she made that kind of comment, and I just was like, you know, fuck it. Like, I don't need to hear that shit and hear your fucking backdoor excuse, and, you know, try to beg for forgiveness, and, you know, like, try to, like, play your little innocent, you know, persona bullshit with me, you know, like, yeah, I just you know, I just thought it was stupid, you know. I mean, like, you don't have to like whatever, you don't have to like what I do. I mean, I did this for me, you know, and it's awesome that, you know, that people are like, whoa, that's so cool, you know, I love your hair, that's wild, you know, and it's great, you know. But, like, when I, you know, like, I miss my brave art, or I miss the other art, or the other, you know, your other hair was better. I don't give a fucking shit, you know, like, what you think, you know, like, and it goes with, like, my tattoos, my piercings, my shirt, just me, you know. I used to be very self-conscious and have low self-esteem and low confidence about myself, but, you know, at this point in my life, I love myself, and I am, you know, I'm always into progress, you know, I'm always into, you know, experimenting at this point, because, you know, I existed in the corporate world for so long, and, you know, even if it was, like, kind of lax environment. It was still corporate, and I mean, having long hair at the time for me, I thought was enough to have, to get through. This is like way before I had piercings and tattoos, and like now I've just enjoyed doing these kind of things and having these kind of things, and it's like I've furthered myself away from the corporate world, the clutches of that and shit, and just I just feel super free, especially here in Austin. I spoke to a friend years ago, and she said the same thing. Like, there's something about Austin that just like you just feel like you can grow or progress or change or experiment and try things. I think because I feel like the community down here and the people down here are really chill, and they don't give a shit. I mean, and in a good way, like you could go do your thing, and they're not gonna get on your ass about stuff. I've had some people get on my ass about tattoos, and like not here, like online. I've had an incident with someone else, a couple years ago, who was like give me shit about my tattoos, and it was like hilarious. It was like, you're really hung up about that shit, like they're not like I would never get any kind of because I don't follow, and I'm way against like fascist, racist. Of course I'm never gonna get those kind of tattoos, but like a tattoo of a woman or whatever, some kind of image, like it's hilarious when people get hung up on like what kind of tattoo you have. And the only tattoos, if I saw like somebody with like a swastika tattoo or like a German Nazis themed tattoo or some kind of hateful image, or some kind of phrase or something that was really hateful or gross or harmful, towards like, the well-being of people, then I would be like, yeah, that's bullshit, that sucks. But I mean, like any kind of like, like tattoos, whatever, it's like, I just, I really just don't, care what people think. I mean, of course I love like compliments and, like seeing like-minded people, compliment me and ask about tattoos. Like, I'm cool with like answering questions like, oh, what's that mean, like I have no problem with that. It's almost like you're asking me, it's almost in the vein of like asking like what my ethnic background is. It's like, I'm fine talking about that as long as you're not being a dick about it, and many people aren't, like majority people aren't like that at all, so I'm always happy to talk about like why I got this tattoo, or why I colored my hair, or why I got this piercing. But when somebody kind of goes on attack, whether it's in a passive aggressive way or directly, it's like, fuck you, okay? Like, you're not my parent, you're not my mom or dad. Like, my mom doesn't even give me shit about like the tattoos that I have. There's like one that she didn't like, and she just said that she didn't like it, and whatever. Like, she doesn't bother me, and luckily, like when I wear shirts, she doesn't see it. She might see it when I wear a tank top. It's on like my left back shoulder, but I mean, otherwise she's cool with what I have. She just lets me do my thing, and and that's almost kind of like the ultimate thing. Like, after that, like, who gives a fuck what anybody says or thinks? That's why, like when a said particular person kept criticizing me and my tattoos and this and that, looks misogynistic and all this other bullshit thing that they're going on. It's like, fuck you, dude. It's like, and like, I like just like good, like, go wither into the fucking atmosphere and dissipate, please. So that's my attitude, man. I just don't give a shit, and I just don't take shit, and that's just how it is. I think I think for a lot of people it's a new thing, and it is a new thing. I mean, I've developed this over time, and I've developed, and I've built up the confidence and the high, and built up enough of esteem in me to have that, attitude of like, I don't care. Like, I do what I want to do, and I do how I feel, and so, I see a lot of other people coming on here, man. I want to say hi to, hi John, how you doing? John McBride. He's a great guy from Philly. He's a great fan of the radio station I worked at, and he won his DJ contest. It was like DJ, he won Classic Rock Fan of the Year, our station did, and John had got to do a DJ stint on the radio one night, and it was like on a Sunday night. It was like right after it was like the week after I was not doing my on air anymore because of the buyout wiped out the shift I talked about in the previous video. But John's an awesome guy. Came in with his nephew. He got to get behind got behind the mic. I produced his shift. His nephew. I showed him like the board and everything. He wanted to see how the equipment worked and stuff. That was a great night, and Yeah, John's great. And, Peggy, how you doing? Donna, Mackie, Tracy, Jason. Wow, Jason's an old friend of mine, man. How you doing, Peanut? You know, he's a friend of mine from Van Zant school back in elementary school back in Marlton. He's a great guy, and I hope you're doing well, Jason and Tracy. I haven't talked to you in a long time, Tracy. I hope you're doing well. And Donna Mackey, she worked with her in the newspapers in Philly. She's a very talented artist, amazing person, and this high art, don't let those people get to you. You are a sweet, down-to-earth person. It's a very rare find in people these days. Thank you, Don. I appreciate you. You're a very sweet person. You're very beautiful, you know, inside and out. And I love you. And you have an awesome family. And you know, you're always great to work with. You're always really cool and chill. And you taught me a lot of stuff, you know, working with you at the paper and stuff. And yeah, you know, I don't let them get to me, man. You know, like, I mean, you know, like I used to really let that shit get to me, and I don't anymore. I don't let that get to me anymore. And you know, like I said, it took me years. It might have even happened like probably when I was down here, and it might have been because of the community I have. You know, I have a lot of great friends back in Jersey and Philly on the East Coast, but I've met a wonderful, amazing group of people here in Austin. And it's also, and the hub of that group, I think, has to be my best friend, Jennifer Chikotowski. You know, I adore her to death. I love her. You've seen her on here. You know, there's recent photos of us together. You know, she's my rock. You know, I love her to death. You know, she's my sister, and you know, she really is my best friend. Like, that is my best friend forever. You know, I mean, I've had best friends come and go, whatever, but she is my best friend. We're attached at the hip. You know, we're never gonna fucking burn our bridge, you know. But yeah, like, I definitely don't let those people get to me. Like, I just like get rid of them, you know. They just jettison them off into the sunset, you know, out of my life, because, you know, I just come to the conclusion, like, I don't need that shit. I don't need to hear shit, that kind of shit from people. I don't need to have those people around me for any reason. So, you know, that's how it is. So, but I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for checking in. I'm probably going to put this up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Life of Art. I'll also put the link in the comments for that, so you can check out my videos. I need to make some more Austin videos. So I see a really pretty girl walking up the steps there. So there's a lot of beautiful people here in this apartment complex. So, well, yeah. So I'm probably going to head in. I'm going to make some dinner. I don't know what time it is. It's probably like 7 something, or maybe it's almost 8. We're an hour behind here, so if you guys are watching from Philly, maybe it's almost 9 o'clock or whatever. I only have my clock up here on the top of my phone, so I can't see it right now. But thanks everybody. Thanks for checking in. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Peanut. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Peggy, John, Danger, Michael, James, thank you for checking in. My cousins Jonard and Zinser, Ethan, you guys are great. I miss y'all. You know, when travel comes again, when travel's allowed again or accepted again, or when you're comfortable, some of y'all please come to Austin. Come visit me and check it out. It's really awesome down here. Zinser, I have to visit you. I have to make a mega bus trip out to Houston whenever. I don't know when they're, I guess I got to see when they're doing it, or if they're doing it, or if I have to go to Greyhound. I don't know if those buses are running at the moment, so I'll have to see, because I haven't used Megabus since I went to New Orleans last year, so we'll see how that goes. But thanks again for checking in. Love y'all. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.